Oh, hey girl. Yeah, I didn't see you there. Hey. Want to hear about every time I've been severely injured? Hey guys, welcome to the internet. I'm your source of entertainment today, and I'm going to be telling you about every time I've been severely injured. Because what's more fun than reminiscing on the physical trauma? We should do this story time a little bit differently. Instead of me going in every little detail about all this stuff, what if we speed run this? I'm gonna go through as many as I can, as fast as I can, while still giving good detail. Epic story time description of every time I have been severely physically injured in 3, 2, 1, go! When I was like 5 or something like that, I was pulling a boogie board up a hill, which is kind of like a surfboard, except you use your stomach on it, I guess, which is kind of weird. But anyway, I was pulling that up a hill. There was no snow, no water or anything. It was just a grass hill. My friend Kevin Calloway was on the boogie board, who is one of my friends from Georgia who I tied things to fireworks with. Then, my past neighbor was on the thing, which I don't even remember his name. But, needless to say, it was a very heavy load going up a hill. Pulling up like this was not working because it was attached to a string. That string was attached to a little plastic piece. A little hard plastic piece was attached to the actual boogie board itself. Now, as I'm pulling the string with the plastic piece that's connected to the boogie board, it's not going anywhere. It's not budging. So I turn around, I pull it this way like that. Suddenly, the plastic piece flies off, hits my eye, lands in it, then after a second or so, plops out. My eye fills with blood, I scream on the ground, and then I rush to the emergency room. But that's not the only time I've been to the emergency room, because a while back I was at a New Year's party with Owen, my cousin, and there's this kid there named Matt. And Matt is a little big. Just a little. He's like maybe 2.5 of me-ish. And so I was lying on the couch in the basement, but it's like a renovated basement. That's where all the kids hung out, kids being, my age. And at the time I was like, I don't know, 12 or something like that. All the kids are running around, including Owen and Matt, and the other girls, the other boys that are there, and all this stuff is going on. While the adults are upstairs, and everyone's screaming, it's all chaos, so, it's just like a fun New Year's party. But I'm lying down on the couch because I don't want to participate in these shenanigans. I'm just kind of waiting for the ball to drop so I can go home. But I still enjoy the party nevertheless. Matt ran over, and as I'm lying down on the couch, he jumps, and he lands his entire person on top of my person, right about here, you can't even see that, like waist level, sort of. He was like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I was like, it's fine, just please go away and stay away and don't touch me and don't talk to me and don't come near me. Literally 2 minutes later, after I'm lying there again, he runs over and he jumps with his big bottom over top of my face. It's coming down, it's plummeting. And the only thing I can do is try to block it, because I can't move out of the way. It's like an eclipse. It's literally the dark side of the moon. It's coming down. The only thing I can do is put my hands up, but suddenly he lands on this wrist. He misses my face, thankfully. He bounces off of this. He ricochets, but it bends this all the way down, breaks 2 bones in my arm, and I had to be in a full arm cast from here all the way up to past my shoulder until 3 days before my birthday, so March 16th, because my birthday is March 19th. So that's one time that my arm got broken, or I guess technically my wrist got broken and 2 bones inside of my wrist, but it was a full arm cast. But want to hear another time that my wrist got broken? In fact, both wrists broken at the same time. It was at youth group. You guys know I love youth group. If you watch the channel at all, you'll know that I have done a very special video with youth group. One of my absolute favorites. Youth group is the thing at my church where all the kids at youth group who are my age and a little bit younger got a plethora of different things like food items and paint and all this stuff, and they could just chuck it at me, absolutely hurl it at me. I was at youth group one time. I was in a race with this guy named Levi. He was my friend, he's like my age-ish. The race was inside of the church, still like a gymnasium stage area type thing. It was a race to one wall and back, touching the wall that we started on. I went full force. I won the race by like half a second, but I didn't slow down when I approached the wall. I literally crashed into it. When I say I crashed into it, I blocked it with my hands as I went bang. I broke both wrists at the same time, almost exactly a year later, at the same place, at the same time. I was playing with my friend Jordan with this exercise ball where he had the ball and then he would run over and bounce me up into the air, and then I would fly down and try to land on my feet. But one time he bounced me way too high because he thought it would be funny. I flew up into the air, fell down, landed on my wrists again, and broke them both at the same time again. Same place, same time, 1 year later, almost to the T. I've ended up in the emergency room so many times, but want to hear another time? You do? You don't? I don't care, because I'm gonna tell you anyway. One time I was at a water park with my dad. I don't remember what the water park's name was, but there was this little water slide. It wasn't like a big one. It wasn't really orderly. It was in this little kids area. And I decided, wouldn't it be fun, instead of climbing up the ladder and going down the water slide, if I climbed up the water slide and went down the ladder? I started climbing up, and then I fall, and I slide down, but like I do sort of like a weird somersault type thing. Regardless of how it happened, I hit my chin on part of the slide. It split my chin open, and I went to the emergency room for that. I don't think you can see anything anymore. But you know, you can still see. Right here-ish. One time when I was really little, and thankfully I don't remember this, or this would have actually scarred me for life. In fact, technically it has physically scarred me for life, but not mentally, because I don't remember it. Apparently, while I was at some hotel or something like that, I was running over to my mother, and I leapt to try to get her to catch me or something? I'm not exactly sure the details again. I don't really remember that. All I know is that I hit the corner of a glass coffee table, and that cut my head open. So I went to the emergency room for that. Then, everyone's worst nightmare happened to me. I was at another water park, a different water park, and you know how a lot of water parks have one of those slides where it's like, it's almost straight down, but not exactly, and it's like a big slide, so it starts up here, and it goes, and then, like, it jets you straight forward, and then that's, like, the end of the slide. It is, like, really high up. It's, like, you know, some absurd height. I went down that one time, and the water park wasn't even busy, and there's a lifeguard on top monitoring it, because someone has to monitor this thing so nobody gets hurt. It throws me under the water. I'm swimming up, and as I'm about to, like, gasp for air, all I feel is a big bang right to my back. Throws my spine forward as though I was just whacked by a train. So I'm like screaming, but I'm underwater, so it's coming out as like, and I turn around and I see the most like petrified person who is almost my age. They felt bad. It is in no way their fault. I in no way blame this person. It was the lifeguard's fault. Because I look up at the lifeguard looks down and they're like, with their sunglasses, as though, like, they didn't even notice that I wasn't out of the water yet. If you guys have tuned in for past story times, you might have heard other ones, like falling off of my bike, going down a hill towards a construction site, or stapling my thumb, or getting hit in the shin by I think it was a lacrosse ball. But one severe injury that will haunt me forever and make me afraid to ride scooters down hills, which I'll still ride a scooter down a hill, but, like, I'm very nervous whenever I do it, because one time I was with my friend Justin, who I don't think has ever been in a video of mine. We were coming back from my church. He brought a scooter, and so on the way back, he let me ride it down the hill towards his house, because the church is like at the top of this big hill, then there's this big road that goes all the way down and all that. Suddenly, this little wheel of the scooter hits a little thing. I don't know if it was a pebble or, you know, what it was. The wheel locks immediately. I fly off, and then with both elbows and both knees, because this is shorts and t-shirt weather, I slide down the road and just brush burns across all of my appendages. But the worst pain imaginable is knowing that only like 50% of you guys have subscribed. So if you guys want to subscribe, please do that. It really helps out the channel. And also, I just really appreciate it. And it will make me, you know, bigger number, better person. It'll make me a better person. I'm just kidding. Don't follow that philosophy. Remember, 600 subscribers and I will go 24 hours in a dinosaur costume. So do that. Oh, what? You didn't get your parents to subscribe yet? Just go subscribe, please. It'll make me really happy. And also, that's the end of this video. So make sure to like the video too. So bye!